Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maya if you're new here, and today is an exciting video because it is my Africa vlog slash recap video. At the point of filming this, I am not sure if I have like enough footage to make a full vlog, so I thought I would do like a little recap, because if I just did videos for like the vlog, I just think it'd be all over the place and very confusing. So I just figured I would go through our itinerary that I made, and then I'll like pop up pictures and videos and whatnot on the screen as I go. And I have my laptop over here, so sorry if I'm looking over here, but yeah, first of all, it was such an amazing trip, like even better than I expected it to be. And the flight really was not that bad, because that was my number one thing that I was worried about, and it was really not that bad. I will also, well, I guess we'll get into it now, because I do have like a little story time, I guess, for the plane ride there. But okay, so if you saw my packing video, I was like really going back and forth on whether to use my Bays weekender bag as my personal item, because I've seen a lot of controversy on that online of whether you should use it or not. And I took the shoe compartment off of it and it ended up being fine, but I had to fly Delta for both of my flights, and I have no status on Delta, so my first flight was a very stressful, first world problems, but because I was in like zone 5 or 6 to board, and they were basically saying like, I had two bags. I had my base bag and a carry-on luggage, and they were basically saying, we are gonna have to check your carry-on luggage if you're basically past zone 4, because we have a lot of status on this plane and it's a full flight. And I went up to the ticket lady, I was like, hey, I have a international flight after this, like I cannot check this bag and I'm in zone 5 or whatever. And she was like, sorry, can't do anything about it. Basically, she was like, you can try to board with the group in front of you, but I cannot guarantee that we won't have to check your bag. Because basically it was like it had to be checked to your destination, and I had like a ton of shit in that bag. I ended up not really needing it on my international flight, but like it's still, like I'm glad I had it still. But yeah, so I was freaking out about that, and I literally was the last person to get on the plane with a carry-on. So stressful. This is why I never use carry-ons, like truthfully. So yeah, it was just starting off kind of rough, but again, first world problems. And then we went to the lounge in Atlanta, which this was my first time ever being in the lounge, and I kind of couldn't really enjoy it that much because at this point I was still feeling really anxious about the flight ahead of us. So I didn't enjoy it too much, but I definitely understand the lounge life now, like why everyone goes to them. But I just don't really like take connecting flights that much for it to be worth it for me, because especially living in Dallas, you can pretty much get a direct flight anywhere. But it was still really cool to experience it. And then, okay, now we start our long flight, and because my Nana is the way she is, we got to board early with her and just get like situated, get overhead bin space and whatnot, and like everything pretty much went smoothly. And so on that flight and on the way back, we sat in the exit row seats with no one in front of you, and we didn't really know if we would like these seats or not. We've never flown these seats before. My mom really wanted to get the bulkhead with the wall in front of you, and I was just like, because she wanted to put her legs on the wall, and I was like, I just personally don't think I would even do that, like honestly. And so yeah, we ended up getting these seats, and they were amazing. Okay, like for a long international flight, like I highly recommend getting these seats, because you can stretch out, you can stand up, like you have to put your carry-on bag above you when you're taking off and landing, but during the whole flight I had my bag in front of me, and it was so nice. And you still have a tray table, you still have the screen, and yeah, I highly recommend these seats. They are like $100 more. I think it probably depends on the flight, obviously, but I highly recommend these seats for an international flight. I was not sore at all, and normally like you're so like scrunched up in the seats that you're sore. So I definitely think these are even better than like the Comfort Plus, Economy Plus, whatever they're called, because like walking past those seats, like at first I wanted them like the ones with the little like leg rest or whatever, and like they really didn't look that special. Like I think having unlimited room in front of you is definitely more important. So yeah, little hack. Like I'm honestly going to get those seats every single time on an international flight, unless it's like an 8-hour flight. I feel like I would be fine either way, but definitely like a long ass flight like this, I recommend. The food was okay. I videoed some of the food, but I do think it made me throw up. I'm really not sure. So halfway through the flight, I had to go to the bathroom and throw up. It was the weirdest thing ever. Like this has never happened to me before, but I was like, I finally had fallen asleep for a little bit, and like 2 hours into my sleep, I start feeling anxious. Like my eyes are closed, I have my eye mask on, but like I just feel this like pit in my stomach, and I'm like, oh, why am I anxious right now? Like I'm literally asleep, because I was like feeling fine, right? Like for the beginning of the flight. And then I was like trying to fall back asleep, couldn't fall back asleep, and all of a sudden I just feel this urge to throw up. And again, luckily with where our seats were, like I could just run to the bathroom. It was like 5 feet in front of me, and I ran to the bathroom and threw up. And just not to be TMI or anything, but there was no liquid in my throw up. So I don't know if I was dehydrated or what it was. Like at this point we were probably like 8 hours into the flight. So yeah, I'm really not sure, but like after I threw up, I felt completely fine. So like obviously that's good, but yeah, it definitely was not a fun experience, obviously. And I got lucky because one of our seats, and two, it was like the middle of the night, quote unquote, so like everyone was asleep, so it's not like I like was disturbing anyone or whatever. But so yeah, that was an experience. And then we finally land in Cape Town. Woo, I was so happy. We landed around like 5:50, and I really wasn't like as tired as I thought I was gonna be. Like I only slept like 4 hours on the plane, on the flight, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we basically immediately got our bags, went to the hotel. I was pretty hungry, and I really didn't eat. Like I did eat on the flight, but like not that much. So we went to our hotel restaurant and ate, but even before that, like we had a little trouble with our hotel reservation because my Nana somehow booked it for 2026 on accident. But we had 2 different reservations because originally my ex-boyfriend was supposed to come with us. So we had that original reservation still on there, I think, or like they saw we canceled that one. And then they saw we had the new one, which was for 2026. And luckily they still had the same rooms, but it was a little bit of a debacle at first. So of course, what is like traveling internationally if you don't have a little drama, I guess? I don't know. But so then the next day we got up early and went to Table Mountain. We took the cable car up there. It was really cool. It is very high, so if you're scared of heights, don't know if I would recommend this, but I loved it. Oh, also the night before, I did not sleep one wink. Like I was tired, but my body was just like very confused. I think I slept like a total of 2 hours. So I really had to rally this first day. And I chugged an Alani Nu. I brought Alani Nu packets, another hack. And yeah, that's what we did the first day though, or the first morning. And then after that, we got on and I had my first Aperol Spritz on Table Mountain. Don't know how I feel about it. Kind of confused why everyone's obsessed with it, but I had one because I think that's a trend on TikTok. And then after that, we did the hop on, hop off bus tour, which I know some people are against this or like just not for it, because I definitely used to be one of those people, but it actually is like really convenient and kind of cool if you know nothing about the city you're going to, which we did not. And the bus actually picked us up right there on Table Mountain. Like there was a stop there, so it was super convenient. And it went through Camps Bay, V&A Waterfront, all those stops. I'll put like a little picture of the map on the screen. But yeah, that was super fun. And we ended up getting off of it at the V&A Waterfront to shop. And oh my God, you guys, like I wanted to buy so many things right off the bat, but since it was our first day, I was just super hesitant to be like buying everything. And I definitely regret not buying a lot of things. Like I want to go back already just to shop, like if I'm being honest. So I think from here on out, like even though, I don't know, I go so back and forth, like even though I know I should save my money and not be like impulse purchasing, especially with really expensive things, like I definitely regret not buying stuff. Cause it's like, it's so far away. It's like, just fucking buy it, you know? I'll put on screen like this sweater. I really just think about it all the time and how I want it. And I could order it online, but the fucking tariffs literally make it so much more expensive. But yeah. So yeah, we were rallying this day. Around 3, we definitely started crashing. And we had a dinner reservation that night, so we went home went back to our hotel and rested, which was actually right by the V&A waterfront, which was super nice and convenient. And I did not fall asleep. Like I didn't take a nap or anything, because I knew if I did, I would not wake up for dinner. And I started looking at my map that I was like had saved stuff, and I was like, oh, this museum is right over here. And then I didn't know much about it, and then I started looking into it, and I was like, Mom, I need to go to this museum. Like this was like the only time and day that I could go to this museum, and I was like, I just think I would regret not going. So I was like, Mom, get up, we gotta go. Because it closed like right before our dinner reservation. So I was like, let's get up, let's get ready, let's go. And we literally went 15 minutes before they closed. We didn't like walk to see the art and stuff. I mainly wanted to see the architecture. I know, so lame of me. I really wish we had time to walk through the whole museum, but oh my God, I don't know what's wrong with my throat right now, sorry. I wish we had time to walk through the whole museum, but it's fine, I'll be back. I know I will be back. And then we had dinner at the Granary Cafe, which is in the Silo Hotel. I saw on TikTok a lot that you should get a reservation at the Silo Hotel rooftop, which I tried to do, but they were closed for winter, even though it was 70 degrees when we went. And they literally opened a week later. So if you're trying to go to like rooftop stuff in Cape Town, definitely plan accordingly, because there was like a lot of things that we wanted to do. I mean, we didn't have time, but like there was a lot of things we saw that we wanted to do and we couldn't do them because they were closed for winter. So keep that in mind. But dinner was amazing. The view and everything was still great. And like the Silo Hotel is just really cool. And the food is good, but I did start like not feeling well during dinner because I was so tired at this point. So yeah. And then the next day we had a little private tour of the Cape of Good Hope. And honestly, I wish I remembered all the history and stuff. I know my mom wrote it down, but I probably would be yapping for hours anyway if I remembered everything. But they picked us up at the hotel. We saw Chapman's Peak, Cape Point, and Cape of Good Hope. And then, of course, Boulders Beach to see all the penguins. And we drove through Simonstown, which is like the naval town, and went through False Bay Coast. The penguins, they were really cool, but since we were on a tour, they kind of took us to like the most touristy part of it, of course, because I had seen a lot of things online also that you can like go down this other like rock and then you can like actually be on the beach with the penguins, which would have been really cool. But I know my Nana couldn't have done that, so yeah, it's fine. But I don't know if you're like even supposed to get like close to the penguins though, so it was probably best the way we did it. But there were a lot of people there. Our tour guide, I think, was telling us that like he's seen like hundreds of people there before. Like the day we went was like not even bad. So again, keep that in mind. I think, I can't remember the busy times he said, but I'll put them on screen. Like we definitely went at like a really good time, minus like I said the winter closures. So yeah, keep that in mind. Oh yeah, the Cape of Good Hope, we went up this little funicular, whatever it's called, just to see like the lighthouse and look at like the point. And the Cape of Good Hope is where the most southwestern point of Africa is. So that was really cool. There's a little sign you guys can see of us there. And yeah, this was definitely like a touristy spot, but it really was not crowded. And then we basically were timing up our tour to have him drop us off at our dinner reservation that day. So we were killing time and went to this little ostrich farm and we fed some ostriches, which was cool. And then we saw our first baboon in the wild. They said like the baboons will literally like open your car door in Simonstown and like get in, like kind of scary. But yeah, that was cool. And then we ended up seeing a bunch of baboons on the road, but it had just started raining, so all of our windows were like so wet and foggy, and you're not supposed to roll down the windows obviously because they like get in your car. So we didn't get like the best, or at least I didn't get the best footage of that. Like people in the front, they like rolled down their windows a little bit. But then we just went to this coffee shop. I had a matcha. And then after that, we went to the Codfather, which I was not excited about because I don't eat seafood, but my aunt was really excited for it. And the consensus was that it was not worth the hype. So that's really unfortunate. Like I felt really bad for them, but if you were looking into that place, I guess don't go there. It's like super hyped up on TikTok, and me and my mom have kind of learned like not everything is as it seems on TikTok. So yeah, just keep that in mind, I guess. But yeah, I literally just got like a kid's stir fry and it was pretty good, but obviously I would have rather gone to like a different restaurant than that. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. And then after that, we were once again exhausted. So we went home to rest because the next day we were going to Durban to start our safari adventure. Okay, guys, this might have to be a two-parter because I'm talking a lot more than I thought. But so yeah, the next day we woke up. I can't even like remember, like honestly, like the logistics, but we woke up and we went to the airport. We got there kind of early, so we went to the lounge, of course, and had breakfast. And then our flight was delayed an hour. That's what it was. Our flight was delayed and we didn't know until we got to the airport. So that's why we were like in the lounge for a while. But it ended up being fine. But again, it was just so stressful, like getting on the plane with my 2 carry-ons. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I just don't get why everyone uses a fucking carry-on nowadays. Like, it makes no sense to me. And I should have just checked my other carry-on for this flight, and my family like talked me out of it. But I'm definitely never doing that ever again. It's just so stressful, and it's like I would rather not be stressed out, you know? But yeah, the flight was chill. We fly Safair. And then once we got to Durban, we basically just rented a car. We drove to our hotel, which is a new hotel in Hluhluwe. I don't think I'm saying it right still, but I'm trying my best. But that is what the park is called, what the area is called. It was a 3-hour drive. So basically, once we got there, we just unpacked and went to bed because the next day we had to wake up we had to leave at 4:45 for our first day of safari. And I am not a morning person at all, but let me tell you guys, like waking up for these safaris was so easy because I was so excited. Like it will get a girl out of bed, okay? I'm trying to see what else is significant. But yeah, we saw a bunch of animals our first day. It was definitely a successful first day. And basically the reason we woke up so early is because we drove an hour to this different entrance of the park because they said, or like, I guess my mom found online that like you had a better possibility of seeing cats on the other side of the park. But when we got there, it turns out their lioness had just passed away and they only had 2 lions in the park. And they said since the lioness died that the lions would probably leave the park because they need to find their mate, you know? They got to get their baby mama. So we did not see any cats at all. Spoiler alert, we didn't see any cats in the wild. That was really sad, but I understand that like it's so hard to find them. Like they're so sneaky and whatever, like my route. The first day, like our guide was great. He did see, like he said he saw cheetah footprints, I think, in the dirt. And so he was like trying to track them for a little bit. And he was like, there was a cheetah like just here like minutes ago. And so we were spending like 10 minutes like just trying to track them, like, and trying to figure out like which direction it went. But we were unsuccessful, so that stinks. But he was really great. I'm glad he tried at least. And yeah, he was just really great. But basically the safari was 6 to 3. And they provided us breakfast and lunch, and that safari was with heritage tours. Highly recommend, like literally out of like the whole week, like heritage was definitely the best experience. Like I personally really wanted to go back to this gate another day, but it's like I wasn't the one driving, so it wasn't like only up to me, obviously, like what we were doing. So I understand that we didn't, but I do wish we would have gone back or like gone to a different entrance even another day, because the next entrance it got a little bit repetitive for sure. But yeah, then after that safari we passed by this market on the way back to our hotel, so we stopped there. And again, like since it was so early in the trip, I just like didn't buy anything. And also my family was hyping up St. Lucia, which ended up not being my favorite. But it's okay. We ended up going back to this market, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. But it was really, really nice and had so many things. And like I wanted all these like big baskets, and I'm just like, I can't take them home though. Like I just don't get why all these international places have such better items than America. Like it's so annoying. Like we think we're so creative, but we're not. Like like we are with technology, but just like handmade things, I just feel like we're not. Okay, again, sorry about my voice. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so then yeah, basically the rest of the day we just relaxed. So then the next day we went to St. Lucia, which was like an hour away. And from my perspective, we mainly went here to see and touch the Indian Ocean, but that was like kind of it in my eyes. This day was not my decision. It was kind of my Nana's decision. My Nana basically, like, she's already been twice and she wanted to do all the same things, and we were like really confused why, but I just kept reminding myself like that this was probably her last time being there, and I just wanted to like respect her wishes and like not complain, obviously. But I feel like now that I've gone, I would have done a lot of things differently. I still had an amazing time, but when I like tried to research for this trip, it was so hard because like at least the area we stayed in was like quite literally the middle of nowhere, and like it was so hard to research anything. But anyway, so St. Lucia, we drove an hour there. We went and touched the Indian Ocean. So I can check that off my list. I've touched almost all the oceans, so that's pretty cool. And I'm trying to think, like St. Lucia or like Africa is the only place where the Indian Ocean, it's the only place where the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean touch. Like that's where they meet. So that's like what's cool about it. Like you can like touch both, I think, at the same time somewhere. But yeah, in St. Lucia, the other highlight was there was this one store that we went to that ended up being really cute, and I finally said I'm gonna buy stuff because again, my family was hyping up St. Lucia for some reason. I have no idea. I think maybe because it was like the only place that you could research, because it was a really cute town. I just like, I don't know, like there was positives and negatives to it, but we went to this store, Ant and Mustard, and I got a few things there. And then we had this hippo tour that, again, my nana wanted to do. And it was a little lackluster, to say the least. But, like, even when we were planning this, like, I was like, hippos, like, can't we see hippos here? Like, I just was, like, not interested in the hippos personally. But we did that. And then after that, we ended up going to lunch. And this lunch place was really good. I think our guide the day before had recommended it. It was called El Greco, and it was like Mediterranean Greek, and it was actually so fucking good. So definitely recommend that. And we basically were just like killing time because we had a sunset safari there, but we went to the markets there too, and it was basically all the same stuff but just more expensive because it was like a little bit more of a touristy town. So I did get pressured into buying stuff because there they were really like, buy this, please buy this, like blah, 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 blah. Like at the other one I was telling you guys about, like they just let you browse and like didn't bother you, which I love. Like I hate at markets when they just like are pressuring you to like buy the stuff the whole time. It's like, that makes me not want to buy anything, actually. Like, please shut up. So, but it's like I do feel bad. So I don't know, I'm just like, I'm such a simp that way, I guess. And then we also went to this store called Uniquely S African, which I got this bracelet at. So see, again, like it's like there was highs and lows. Like I'm really happy with my purchases and our lunch from this day, and then something that happened on our sunset safari, but that's like kind of it. And I guess I'm glad I got to touch the Indian Ocean. So it's like, would I go back? Probably not. But yeah, then we had our sunset safari, and the weather was just like not that good. Like it was like cloudy, it looked like it might rain. And so yeah, I just didn't like the weather at all. And like I just feel like the pictures didn't turn out like that great. And like just because I'm like not an experienced photographer, and I was like already struggling with good lighting, and it's like now you're gonna throw bad lighting at me, like I can't do that. So it was like okay, and like I don't know if it was the weather, but we just did not see that many animals, or we like just saw all the same ones we had already seen the day before. But then when I thought I was like losing all hope, at the end we did see an elephant like really close up eating a tree. It was so cute.
Like the fucking bush is right in front of me. That's his trunk. Yummy. It is busy.
I mean, you can't see shit, and then somehow
You could hear them
he's
making
going
noise.
back
Right here. Monica, can you see
there. It's
him?
gonna come up with us. See how they destroy all the freaking
Yeah,
trees?
they do. A destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna come on the street.
It's coming out on the street now.
But again, I just like did not get good pictures or anything because it was like so dark at this point, and I just don't know how to take pictures in that lighting. but I am happy that we got to see that. And then after that, we literally had to go to the grocery store for like the 10th time at this point. I like hate going to the grocery store, if you know me. And then we had to drive home. So we got home like kind of late. But yeah, I just like, I don't know, St. Lucia, like it would have been cute if we stayed there. Like if we stayed there, I would have been happy with that. And then if we would have just like driven to like different gates every day, I feel like I would have been fine with that. But like, I just, not that it was a waste of a day, it's just like kind of like what I was saying earlier, like I would rather have been in Cape Town another day, or I would have rather gone to like a different gate, which like technically we did go to a different gate like for our sunset safari. It just like I said, I don't know what it was, but like it just was not like, it was not that good, and it just kind of sucks. Like the 2 sunset safaris we did, like there was no sunset, it was just cloudy, so it was like kind of lame. Okay, Africa haul from today, because I've been holding out, so now I'm about to like go crazy because I'm running out of time. But I want to get more of these. Like they're a basket, but you hang them on the wall. So I found this one, but I want to get like 3 more. And then got these salad little things. And then got some ornaments. Ooh, we saw hippos today. And then I saw these and I didn't know what they were, but he said, I can't remember what he said. He said it's made out of something from a tree, but you can use it as like a little bird feeder. And Rue loves watching the birds, so I thought that'd be cute. And then I got this little bowl. I kind of got pressured into buying this because this was literally the same price as this from a different place though. Like it's cute, but I don't know. I just did not need it. And then I got these 2 spoons. Also kind of got pressured into these because I wanted these. Oh my gosh, I'm on my knees. I wanted these, but they had them cheaper at this other place that we saw. So I want to go back and get more. Like, I don't know. I just want to get like a bunch. I don't know. They're just cute. And then I got this little basket. It's so cute. I want to say this was literally $5. Like that's how much like this should have been. I don't know. Maybe it was like $10 max, but like it's so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But yeah, that's all I got today. I have like a couple other things, but there's like, oh, and I got this bracelet. Let me just take it. I forgot. So cute. So yeah, there's like a bunch of other things I want to get, but I'm just like, I don't know, I'm waiting. But yeah, that was literally the first week of my trip, if you can believe that or not. I think I'm going to just like sign off here just in case this is too long. I also need to start getting ready for Addison Rae. I'm going to her concert tonight. So if I look different in the next part, that is why. But I will try to get the rest of it filmed for sure this weekend. But yeah, I feel like I need to take a break from talking, and I literally have like 4 or 5 days still to go over. So I'm gonna just end this first part right here. And I feel like I'm forgetting stuff too. I feel like I'm kind of rushing right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna sign off here and I will continue this in the next video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for part 2. Bye.